Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK Chief M K Stalin has been playing a major role in uniting all the opposition parties together. And on March 1st, 2023, on the 70th birthday celebrations of him, there was a public meeting in Chennai, and in that public meeting, Stalin gave a clarion call to all the opposition political parties, asking them to come on one single platform with Congress as the fulcrum. So he was very categorical that without Congress, the opposition grouping cannot be a credible alternative. And from there, Mr. Stalin has been taking a lot of initiatives to bring all the political parties together under the leadership of the Congress. And he has also been, since he took over as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu in May 2021, he has been trying to project his government as a Dravidian model of governance, which can even put the much talked about Gujarat model to shame. That is what he talks about. And he wants to take the Dravidian model of governance, which he talks about social justice and the priority to women in education and healthcare and so on. So he wants to take that model to the whole of India. That has been Mr. Stalin's agenda for the past 2.5 years. And now he wants to take it up to the national level. So he's using this podcast series as an opportunity to take whatever the DMK government is doing in Tamil Nadu at the national level, so that he's trying to project DMK as a vital force of the India Alliance grouping, and saying that if you vote for India grouping, DMK will play a major role, and we will ensure that these social justice programs like the Chief Minister's free breakfast scheme for school children, the ₹1,000 rightful money for women, which is already being launched in Karnataka under a new name, and it is also being launched in several other states. So he wants to give the people of India an assurance that if India grouping comes to power, these social welfare programs that are part and parcel of the DMK government in Tamil Nadu can be replicated across India. And also he is trying to tell the people that why they don't want the BJP to be back for a third term in New Delhi. So in his podcast, the first series, if you see, he has spoken about the broken promises, what he calls the broken promises of the BJP government. He talks about how Mr. Modi said that he will generate 2 crore jobs, but he did not end up doing that. And also a lot of other things. And Mr. Stalin also talks about the weakening of the public sector undertakings in India and gifting it to corporate friends. This is the word that Mr. Stalin has used in his podcast. So this podcast is also to put the DMK in the national limelight, because just going back, all the coalition governments that have ruled India in the past, be it United Front government, be it the National Front government, or the National Democratic Alliance under A.B. Vajpayee, and the UPA 1 and 2 under Manmohan Singh, all of them have had DMK in the background. So Mr. Stalin wants the DMK to play a vital national role in the next government in 2024 also. So he is pitching DMK as a national, not exactly as national party in vocabulary, but a party which is a regional party, but which has a national outlook. I think this is the goal behind Mr. Stalin's podcast series, which is one notable point about this podcast is, though Mr. Stalin speaks in Tamil, it is being translated into several languages, including Hindi. Why Hindi? Because why the podcast is being translated in Hindi is very important. Is everyone knows the DMK's opposition to Hindi or Hindi imposition. So like the DMK has now, ever since Stalin came to power in 2021, the DMK has been using Hindi to take its programs to the North Indian audience, and it is also using Hindi now to take on the BJP. So like it is a major shift in the Dravidian politics, where they have been opposed to usage of Hindi in any form, but now coming to accept it to achieve their goals in North India. So like they have realized the importance of the language to take their message to a wider audience across the country. So if that is the goal, then they will have to send across the message in Hindi. There is no other way around.
Social media. I have already made my comments on social media.
This is a moment of reckoning for Udhayanidhi because in Tamil Nadu, the political discourse has always been centered around the Dravidian versus Aryan theory. So the Dravidian politics here thrives always by bashing the so-called Aryan theory. That is how it has worked in Tamil Nadu for the past 50 years. And that is how the DMK believes that it will work even now. So even if you take the uproar in the past 2 days, there is a clear distinction between how South India views it, majority of South India views it, and how majority of the North India views these commits. Whereas here people say that he only spoke about the principles of Sanatana Dharma, which doesn't mean that he made an attack on the Hinduism. But in North India, it is completely being projected as Mr. Udhayanidhi calling for genocide is the word that is being used by the BJP, or general perception is that Udhayanidhi made a disparaging comment on Hinduism. So this is how it is being perceived. But as per, if you go by DMK's oft-repeated statements and their ideology, Sanatana Dharma has always occupied a prime position in their speeches. Ever since he became a minister, or even ever since he made a debut in politics in the past 5 years, Udhayanidhi was always projected as someone who's very soft, who doesn't have an ideological rooting, and so on. But now maybe this is an attempt. I won't say that the remark was made with an attempt to project him as someone who's rooted to his ideology, but the aftermath of it, after the BJP started tweeting his videos, and then maybe someone expected him to take a U-turn and do a volte-face. But Udhayanidhi stuck to his comments. Even today, on Monday, when he spoke to reporters, he said that I've never said anything wrong. I stand by each and every word I spoke at that conference. So I think this is the kind of stand that the DMK is taking now, because it will help them electorally, it will help them ideologically. Not apologizing and standing by the remarks will actually help the DMK electorally and ideologically. I think that is why Udhayanidhi is not budging from his stand, and he's trying to say that he's trying to repeat the same remarks. He has been repeating it since Saturday. He has been saying that I only called for eradication of the Sanatana Dharma principles, and it's not an attack against any religion. So I believe that they clearly understand that it helps the DMK electorally, politically, and also ideologically. And so he believes that there is no need for him to apologize or to backtrack. This is not the first time that the DMK is attacking Sanatana Dharma or making a controversial comment on the religion of Hinduism. It has not happened for the first time. It has happened several times in the past. The Sanatana Dharma remark is not very new to the DMK. In the past, for the past 3-4 years, especially after Mr. Stalin took over as DMK president in 2018, the DMK has been targeting the BJP of practicing Sanatana Dharma. And its vocal leader, A. Raja, has been going around the town saying that our aim is to eradicate or to uproot Sanatana Dharma principles from India. This has been their stated goal and their stated position. for the past 1.5 years, Sanatana Dharma has been an integral part of the political discourse in Tamil Nadu because the ruling party, that is the DMK and its alliance partners, openly accuse Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi of propagating Sanatana Dharma in Tamil Nadu. So this is the major allegation against him because he goes around and talks about saying that India was founded on the principles of Sanatana Dharma. So when the governor takes a stage to say that India was founded on the principles of Sanatana Dharma, the DMK takes some 20 or 30 stages to actually debunk it and to say that this is not what the governor should stand for. What is Sanatanam? They try to say that Sanatanam wants people to be split into castes, people to be split into communities, whereas the Dravidianism or the Dravidian principles say that everyone is the same and everyone should get access to everything. So an attack on Sanatana Dharma, maybe if it was spoken by Udhayanidhi, that is why now with the advent of social media and other things, maybe this has given the BJP a reason to attack the DMK. But this has happened in the past, and I'm sure that such attacks will not stop here. I think it will continue because I say this because this is how, going by the pattern of the politics here in Tamil Nadu, so such attacks will continue because there is an overwhelming support even from other political parties who are obviously allies of the DMK. They say that opposing principles of Sanatana Dharma doesn't mean opposing Hinduism. So this is the clear categorization that they are trying to make it now. And it is certainly, it will strike a chord with the people of Tamil Nadu. I'm not sure about the other parts of the country, but it will certainly strike a chord with the people of Tamil Nadu.